What's going on, everyone? It's your guy, Pat Bernard, aka The Gobbler, aka Pat from Ambler, and we are live right here on Edge of Philly Sports, talking the Phillies, the fighting finals right there. And man, not a whole lot of runs, only 3 runs across the board. But however, the Phillies squeak one out. They squeak one out there in Anaheim, taking care of the Angels now. A lot of good baseball, a lot to talk about. But before we do, of course, we got to get into right off the bat. Let's talk about May 11th. You know what's going down May 11th? Live from the Streetlight Kitchen and Bar, all your Edge of Philly Sports Fighting Finals hosts. Me, Big L, Mike Lyra, Matty B, Sal. We're all going to be in the house talking Phillies baseball, pre and post baseball. And if you come out, you have an opportunity of winning free. That's right, free Philly tickets. June 28th against the Marlins. You're not going to miss that. And of course, guys, this is brought to you by this episode of the Fighting Finals is also brought to you by David Archerry Esquire, work compensation, medical vehicle accidents, personal injury, criminal law. Hit my man David Archerry up today at 610-565-0300. All right, guys. Well, listen, let's get right into it. Again, a pitching duel. More so looked like the Angels had a plenty of opportunity to take this game away, and they didn't, and they kind of fell back on themselves. And I got to admit, through 9 innings of baseball, my sphincter was really, really tight. Really, really tight. Opportunities I thought were going to, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop pretty much. And it didn't. So I'm going to get into some of these great comments here. My man, Elephant in the Room, I like that. Great win, yes. Schwarber saved that home run. Yes, he did. Star Wars, very, very important play there. That ball was carrying some distance. It was going back, and that's when Mike got a wedgie, and my man made an incredible play right there. Schwarber not playing DH. Yeah, how about that? He was playing the field a little bit. He got, surprisingly, came up with some huge plays. Defense did some stuff. Oh, my man Mike, Soul Satcher, guys. He says, yo, what's up? What's up? All you cool cats and kittens. Yeah, you listen, guys. Give my man Soul Snatcher a follow. If you are a video game head, man, great stuff. He's always posting there on Twitch. Me and him we do a video game show together. But that's for another time here or there. But right now we're talking some Phillies baseball. And when you look at this game today, Star Wars mentioned about Kyle Schwarber coming up huge, making a big play. And Kyle Schwarber was definitely the player of the game. Defense, I mean, his offense, him driving those 2 runs would be the only runs of the game. I mean, again, just pretty much the only player today that was kind of seeing the ball well. It was actually other than Alec Bohm, but still. No, that's on the contrary, Mike. You and I, like I said, we'll eventually get our show together. We're just our work schedules are just all over the place. Our ball was our bullpen was good, but Soto. Yeah, listen, Star Wars. I'm going to get into that too about Soto. Listen, I've seen Soto all last year. That man has caused me to rip my hair out, scratch my chest hairs, all that stuff. I didn't know. I mean, that's just I was ripping my hair out. But anyway, guys, like I said, this Phillies game was really, really cool, really, really, really fun to watch. They had, like I said, a lot of the Angels had a lot of scoring opportunities, and the Phillies came up huge, and came out clutch, making some incredible plays, making some stops. They were doing great. They were doing awesome. You got to give the Phillies defense a lot of credit. Now, like I said, let's like I said, the only thing that really they had going for them was Andre the Andre home run. How you pronounce his last name? I don't want to butcher it, but he was. I know I just can't get the name out, but Andre was really really sharp. Again, he was part of that Braves team last year, and gets his first home run in the season in the Angels uniform. Finds again, and it was weird. That pitch was it was too high, so he just got lucky and just crushed it. Star Wars checking in goes strong. Kingerin, and Jose was good. The only thing I didn't like about Kingerin there, Star Wars, is that his pitching, his first couple pitchings, remember he walked the guy. He walked him. So his pitching command at first was a little shaky. He was outside the strike zone. He was all over the place. And then, I mean, he calmed down. He got back in strike zone, just like a bunch of them. They just like the rest of that bullpen. They got a little haywire at first, and then they came back into their zone. Soul Snatcher checking in again. My man Mike goes, "How do you guys feel about the new uniforms?" You know what, Mike? I've been getting this a lot. I've been getting this question a lot. How do I feel about the new Philly uniforms? At first, I kind of vomit, but it's crazy how quickly they've grown on me. Question mark? Like, they've really grown on me fast. Like, I thought this was going to be like a 3 to 4 year process, but these uniforms have grown on me. I actually kind of like them now. I don't mind them. I just take it this Phillies team went out to the Crayola factory. They were doing some things out there. They just threw some crap together and said, "Hey, let's try this." And they said, "Okay." But anyway, like I said, not a lot of scoring going on here. Only 3 runs across the board for both teams. Again, the Phillies so tall. Again, the if you're going to knock this Phillies offense, the ugly part about it, about the Phillies offense, was the strikeouts. It was not pretty. The Phillies they had 18 strikeouts today. 18. Think about that. Patrick Sandoval had 10 on the day. Think about it. 18, and he was responsible for 10 strikeouts. The Phillies were not great at the plate today. We're not great. I mean, I'll give Schwarber his due. I mean, he was your player of the game. Two for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 walks. I'm sorry, not 2 walks, 2 Ks. Trey Turner 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. Harper had a hit he had a K. Alec Bohm 1 for 4 with a K. JT Realmuto 1 hit, 1 K. Now he had 3 Ks himself. Nick Castellanos 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. Oof. Nick Castellanos batting a 186 right now. Yikes. Merrifield actually had a decent game. He really did. He 2 for 3. Sosa hasn't been swinging the bat well either. 2 Ks, 0 for 4. Ponche. Marsh came in late. 18 Ks. 18 Ks on the day. 18. can't be playing like that. Is it just the colors, or should it have been in black and red? That would be pretty. That would make it pretty decent, I believe, Mike. If they had black and red colors, like some dope Phillies colors, yeah. I just don't get where the black and blue and green. Yeah, like I said, I think they just made a trip to the Corolla factory and just start coloring over the walls and just try to see what worked. That was it. Cassie, yeah, Cassie's kind of cold right now. Alpha in the room says the platoon lineup is an 80-win lineup at best. Yeah. I mean, listen, they're winning right now. This Phillies team is winning. He's getting the daycare treatment. I guess he's talking about Castellanos. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you have to sit him to try and get his head straightened, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, I think that those Star Wars, I think that the Phillies automatically think that I just think he's going to bounce back. Like, he's not going to go through this rut for much longer. Oh, my man Phil. My man Phil. Guys, check out Training in the AM every Monday through Friday here on Edge of Philly Sports, right here on YouTube. Great show, 8 o'clock in the morning. He's got an amazing beard. He's a great guy. I like my man Phil. He says this team is really an elite with several players haven't really got going yet. And that's true. Right? We're seeing the best of Alec Bohm right now. And that's what, like I said, guys need to relax. This team has been built like it has been built for the last 2 years. Alec Bohm has been red hot, but he's going to cool down. And when he cools down, someone else is going to step up. We've seen this. That's what I love about this team. That's why I don't get worried about people going through ruts on this team. Because someone's willing to step up. Someone else is going to step up. Someone else is going to come through. Star Wars getting the day. Oh, okay. Shorter, he says it's getting the daycare treatment. Hey, listen, the daycare treatment's training. He kind of broke loose a little bit today. Bowman needs one more day for the record. Yeah, Bowman's just he's just an animal right now. Just an animal. He's getting his pitches. He's got great plate discipline. He's showing great patience. He's doing everything well. Everything well. There's no knock on that kid. Like, it's weird. Like, when I look at the Philadelphia sports landscape, and I have like my tier 1, right? I have Joel Embiid, Harper, Andre Blake, right? Then I got like tier 2. Tier 2 is like Maxey, Travis Konechny, and I got Alec Bohm. They're my tier 2 guys. Like, Bohm's really playing well. Alpha in the room checking in. His Bones baseball center looks fantastic. Yeah. Sharper's seen the ball well. Yeah, he has. And like I said, guys, maybe this is time for him to bust out a little bit. But let's talk about some of the players here. Let's talk about, now again, JT Realmuto not having a great game, but again, his defense, tracking players down, trying to steal bases. He comes through. He comes through and delivers. Really, really solid stuff. Really, really solid. And let's talk about the pitching. Let's talk about that one, Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler gave up 5 hits allowed 1 run, had 6 Ks, and gave up the 1 home run. To Andre Alzuna. I mean, just some stuff. Just some stuff. Then, like Star Wars said, Strom will come in there, 2 Ks, Kingering 2 Ks, worked himself out of a gym. And yet, Greg Soto. Greg Soto looked like he was going to pitch sloppy, and then he turned out to be okay. But, I mean, if you look, like I said, the positives are Wheeler kind of gotten back in the groove. He gave up the 1 home run. Not worried about that at all. Yes. That quit running mistake was bad. Yeah, it was. And it cost him. JT just went, see ya. See ya. Sit down. Sit down. But, guys, let me quickly look. Let's go around the bases a little bit here on Edge of Philly Sports. Let's go around the bases here. All right, guys, it is Round the Bases with your boy Patrick Bernard. And let's take a look at some of the scoreboards around here as I go back to, as I mentioned, the the Padres winning 6-2 out there over the Reds. The Braves winning 5-2 against Seattle. The Oakland A's winning 4-0 over the Pirates. The Royals winning 6-1 over the Toronto. Minnesota winning 10-5 over the White Sox. The White Sox stink. Milwaukee winning 7-1 over Tampa. Tampa's starting to flatter out too. Detroit winning 4-1 over St. Louis. And, of course, you have a couple more nighttime games coming up here. Arizona and the Dodgers are going to square off tonight. And then you have Houston and Cleveland. So you have a lot. And, of course, your Titans. The Titans win today 2-1 over the Angels. Again, the Phillies wrap up a nice, beautiful road trip, winning 7-3 on the. They won 7-3 on the road trip, 8-3, something like that, on the road trip. Coming back home Friday night against those San Francisco Giants. And I mean, again, the Phillies are looking really, really sharp. You have to be happy if you're a Phillies fan. You have to be excited from what you're seeing just be a Phillies fan and enjoying good baseball. Like I said, today was not the prettiest of wins, but it's a win's a win. Wins are not meant to be pretty. They're just meant to be taken. And we're taking it. We're taking some wins here. We are taking the wins. All right, let me get some of these great comments again. Star Wars checking in. Half game at back behind the Braves. Yep. Tampa look like the Devil Rays again. Yeah, Elephant. We have the division now. No, Marshawn, we are a nose hair away from the division. But I don't know. Should we be excited because it's just beginning of May and we have about 3 more months of 3 to 4 more months of baseball. I just hope they can stay this hot. Like in Philadelphia sports, we're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. We're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And now you brought it up, Marshawn. I'll quickly go over the divisions with everybody. Baltimore, like I said, I'll only go through the contenders. I'm not going to go through uh, each team, but I'll just go through the contenders. I'll tell you who's pretty much the only teams you got to worry about. The teams that are hot. You got like the Baltimore Orioles out there in the L East. Baltimore Orioles are 19 and 10. You have the New York Rangers are 19 and 12. They're a game out. The Red Sox are playing still good baseball. They're 17 and 13. Then you come over to the AL Central. You have the Cleveland Guardians, are 19 and 10. You have the Kansas City Royals, are playing good baseball again. They're 19. They're 19 and 13. You have the Detroit Tigers. Man, that division is solid. Minnesota Twins. Everyone besides the White Sox. The White Sox stink. Um, the AL West, and you don't have to worry about two teams right now. You have to worry about the Mariners, who are 17 and 14. The champions, Texas Rangers, are 16 and 14. And then you go over to the NL East, where the Braves are winning, are 20 to 9. Phillies are right behind them at 21 and 11. The Mets are right there at 15 and 14. The Brewers are there at 19 and 11. Cubbies are 18 and 12. That whole division, that's another solid division. The Reds are 16 and 15. Then you go to the NL West, and then you only have one team that you have to really worry about. It's the Dodgers, who are 19 and 13. But again, I've seen the best of the Dodgers. Again, regular season champions don't mean anything to me. They don't. But let me quickly go over some great reads, too, for you guys. Philly Sports Trips has it hooked up for you for Father's Day week. Philly Sports Trips has it always has it going on. Like, look at the Father's Day weekend, right? You got a trip down to Baltimore, beautiful park. If you guys want to make the trip there, hook up with Philly Sports Trips. I believe they're going to get to Fenway Park around that time. 4th of July weekend, they're going out to Chicago, the Wrigley Field, that legendary, iconic park. I mean, Philly Sports Trips always has it going on. Always has it going on. On. Dolan's Bar, 24 East South Ave, Ridley Park, man. Guys, go out there, have yourself a good time. And, of course, ShareTicketstown.com. Go to ShareTicketstown.com. Use that promo code EOP10. Get yourself 10% off by using that promo code. Philly sports, Philly fans, listen, great prices, no hidden fees, sports, concerts, theaters. Next time you go to a Phillies game, go through ShareTicketstown.com. All right. All right, guys. So, again, looking at the stature of the Phillies right now, and I'm going to break it down. My 3 keys of the game. Let me get right into that bad boy. All right, that was the Broad Street Bottom Line. And the Broad Street Bottom Line is brought to you by all these great Philadelphia sponsors. And listen, the bottom line is Kyle Schwarber needed this kind of game. He was your player of the game. He was really sharp. Again, kind of great on defense, coming up clutch with that stop at the fence for a potential. They would have tied the games up. You would have gave Angels a whole new life, and they didn't. And then, of course, if it wasn't for Kyle Schwarber coming up with that single with 2 RBIs, the Phillies could have lost this game. So, yes, I got to give Kyle Schwarber for playing the field and doing his job. Doing his job. The other key to the game is the ugly part. I got to address it again. The strikeout ratio, 18 strikeouts on the day for the Titans. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to do it. That's ugly. That's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. You're lucky you're playing a bad team. Braves won. We're a game and a half back now. Thanks. Or half game back now. And again, just terrible. Just terrible all around. But listen, guys, before I get out of here again, make sure you flip back on in about a couple minutes or so and go watch Philly Press Box Radio, guys. They are celebrating their 10-year anniversary. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, Phil. Catch my man Phil Stifle, training in the AM right here on the Edge of Philly Sports. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me. I'm going to get out of here, and you guys have a great, great night. And yeah, just enjoy the rest of the product here on the Edge of Philly Sports. See you guys around.